Hey howdy hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. The most recent beta weekend for Modern Warfare 3 just concluded and I have a lot to say. What I plan on saying today will make you a fan of the game or make Modern Warfare 3 a deal breaker for you. So if you or a loved one don't know what to do, send them this video and watch it together on Discord or some shit. I'm gonna break down my experience with this beta and my issues with the entire Modern Warfare 3 package as a whole. So before we get into it, if you like what you see today, then like and sub for more content like this. Okay, let's get into it. Modern Warfare 3 in a broken down synopsis is a game celebrating the franchise's 20th birthday by feeding off the nostalgia of their most popular Call of Duty game, Modern Warfare 2, which released back in 2009. When the world announcement trailer dropped for MW3, I took a good look at it and said, cool, great, don't care. X-Defiant is coming. Oh, well, me senseless. There's a lot I want to talk about when it comes to this game and what I just played over the weekend. Initially, I thought I was going to absolutely hate the beta, thought it was going to be a waste of my time, and to an extent, it kind of was, but overall, my experience was pretty good. Functionality aside, because that goddamn netcode is atrocious, the gameplay is damn near identical to Modern Warfare 19, which isn't directly a bad thing. But if you're someone like me who thinks that movement cuck shouldn't have a say in how the game plays, you're gonna have a tough time with this one, boyos. Everyone who plays this goddamn game is either catatonic or straight up injecting some black tar heroin into their pee holes. Mix that kind of movement with a scuff the fuck netcode and it mixes like Skittles and dog shit. It also doesn't help that SBMM is making its non-anticipated return to the quick play multiplayer. Because when people play like crackheads, who can say what a ranked mode is, right? Who wants that back in the game? Who voted yes on that shit? I have yet to find someone who genuinely likes skill-based matchmaking and quick play, and I'm not talking about the shipment 24/7 players. Overall, the multiplayer is blatantly directed to people who love to sweat it out in public matches, but it doesn't feel as horrible as it may sound. Aside from the previously mentioned netcode and how horrendous this shit still is, and the fact that the game differs very little from Modern Warfare 19, it's actually kind of nice to go back to a game like that after playing Modern Warfare 2. Because if there was any indicator how this game is actually gonna play day one, it's not the worst thing I've ever played from a Call of Duty title. Because you have low recoil weapons, bunny hopping, slide canceling, over the top weapon building, all of that makes a return in Modern Warfare 3. Another thing to add to that list is a borderline excruciating time to kill. Headshots will deal the most damage like always, but if you're only managing to hit the body 95% of the time, you gotta put an extended mag on every gun you use. Most people would chalk that up to a quote-unquote skill issue, which is a very common deflector the fans of this title started using on Twitter. But a game like this, in my personal opinion, should not have a long time to kill. It almost feels like Halo's TTK at times. Again, attributed to the shit netcode probably. Some of y'all may want to nail my ass to some 2x4s for what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna say it anyways. If Modern Warfare 3 had a TTK speed like Modern Warfare 22, but continued to function like the game does mechanically, it would be such a better title. I also feel like it would be received a lot better as well. To me, it feels like Treyarch purposefully made the movement like that instead of people figuring out how to exploit the movement, so kudos to them, I guess. Seems to me like they're finally realizing that no one takes them serious anymore. So if the $1 million question you had was, is the game worth the price tag if I want to play the multiplayer only? My answer would be absolutely hell no. Since I don't want to appear as someone who always complains, I want to talk about some of the good things I experienced with the MW3 beta. The transition in between games was pretty smooth and flawless. I didn't have to wait too long for a game. The weapons in the beta looked and felt solid as hell to use. Even though I just mentioned that the TTK was absolutely horrible, the guns still felt really solid. The remaster maps you could play on during the beta honestly felt better than I remember them feeling back in 2009 and 2010. There's a little mechanic Treyarch added that allows you to essentially hold attack stance while sliding, so hip firing is a lot easier, something I didn't really like at first but found myself thanking God for by the end of it. In all seriousness, the beta, like I said, wasn't that bad at all. It wasn't good or even great in my opinion, but it honestly felt better than I thought. Now that I'm done talking about the Modern Warfare 3 beta, I want to talk about the entire package for Modern Warfare 3. You know, the whole kit and caboodle. The next 365 days of your life essentially if you decide to spend the $70 or more on this title. And I want to start it off by asking a question. Is Treyarch actually fucking serious when it comes to Modern Warfare Zombies? In my personal opinion, if there is anything about Modern Warfare 3 that would cause me to swipe my credit card, it has to be Modern Warfare Zombies. I'm talking a massive map like DMZ, 24-player co-op, essentially an Outbreak 2.0, and it's locked behind a paywall. I know it's gonna make me sound super entitled, and to be honest, I don't give a shit, but if Zombies fans want their fix, they gotta cough up $70 for an experience that will end up abandoned 6 months after it comes out, just like DMZ. I don't know if you guys remember, but DMZ had a massive cheater issue, major issues with mission progress being locked or lost, and then pay-to-win skins plagued that mode. But besides all that shit, the biggest question I have is, why is Modern Warfare Zombies not free? Genuinely asking here, why is MWZ not offered as its own game for free? It's gonna get the same microtransaction marketing like Warzone and the base game does, and besides, this seems to be the mode that everyone is the most excited about, both the haters and the supporters of this title. So what gives? Well, some people would say because DMZ wasn't free to play. And yes, it absolutely was and still is. It launched with Warzone 2, and to be honest, that's probably why it suffered as much as it did. You know, Infinity Ward hyped up DMZ as the next best extraction mode, and at last, I thought they were stepping away from the Warzone hype to focus on this mode, but they didn't. Regardless, those two modes were immediately free to play, and the people who didn't like the multiplayer or didn't want to play the multiplayer could play it at no financial inconvenience, meaning they didn't have to spend the $70 on the base game to play DMZ or Warzone 2, something that they should be doing with Modern Warfare Zombies, but for whatever goddamn reason, they are not. I don't want to speak this into existence, right? But I see Modern Warfare Zombies being pronounced dead 6 to 10 months post-release. People stopped caring about the Zombies mode a long time ago, and it sucks to say that because even though the last iteration of COD Zombies back on Cold War was great with the Outbreak mode, no one paid attention to it. Outbreak was a mode that just got no love shown to it at all. And again, I hate to say it, but Modern Warfare Zombies might end up the same exact way, especially when the new COD gets announced about 10 months from now. When it comes down to it, I understand why people are excited for this game, but I am personally not seeing it. I hate to be involved in the echo chamber of $70 MW22 DLC, especially after playing the beta, but after a few hours, the halls of the chamber are still loud as hell with that opinion for me, especially when the only upside to this game is that if you want to play it and enjoy it, your unlockables will transfer from MW22 to MW3. Is that indiscriminately a bad thing? Hell no, it's not. Is the argument getting tiring? Absolutely, yes. But you gotta understand why people are starting to say this shit now, right? Treyarch is pinning people to the wall with this game because it genuinely offers nothing outside of nostalgia. Nostalgia that many people like myself appreciate, but nonetheless, it's nostalgia that the vast majority of people who are seeing themselves outgrow the game they initially fell in love with be exploited for an amount of money I cannot get behind. Now, if you're one of those people who have already bought it and you're 100% confident in your decision, more power to you. I'm genuinely happy that you find enjoyment in this game because I simply cannot justify it. Whether it's the base game or the deluxe edition, I really hope you play this game until you're blue in the face and love every minute of it. And while we're still on the topic of enjoying the game, hating the game, whatever it may be, there's something I'm starting to hate seeing every time I open up Twitter. And it's people criticizing and demoralizing others because they find enjoyment in MW3 or are excited about the game coming out. We just got out of some of the driest months in video game history where we had fucking nothing coming in or going out. Now we got more games than what we know what to do with, especially with a game like this that pulls at great memories. Leave these people alone and let them enjoy it. Just because I'm not gonna support it doesn't mean I have the right to start bashing on people who do support it. Yeah, I make jokes here and there, but I'm not doing it to be mean. I'm doing it because I'm a critic. Or try to be. What do you guys think of MW3? Are you going to be playing it day one, or is it something that you're just going to push aside? Let me know down below. And since you're already in the neighborhood, go ahead and hit that like button, that sub button, and no rush in that notification bell for more content like this. And as always, my name is Redbeard Mortis. Speak loud, speak the truth, and I will see you in the next one.